Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies as we continue with part 11, The Lords of the Material World, from A Rosicrucian Speaks by Joseph J. Weed. The Lords of the Material World, New York, September 1939. Love is the strongest force in our solar system. In this new age, it is manifesting an unusually powerful influence in order that humanity may be brought into groups where the individual voluntarily surrenders personal privileges for the good of the many. Cosmically viewed, love is attraction, a tendency to come together, to combine. It is not limited to the fourth kingdom, humanity, but it manifests on all planes. There are minerals which have affinity for each other and combine to form new substances whenever they are in each other's presence. Oxygen is symbolic of the love force and displays this force more vividly than any other element, combining more easily and in a greater variety of ways with the greatest number of other elements. In the vegetable and animal kingdom, this force manifests as sex, and polarity appears more clearly. In the human kingdom, because of its dual nature, we have a dual manifestation, the lower in the animal nature as ordinary sex attraction, the higher in the divine nature as spiritual love. Guiding humanity in its growth and development is a great spiritual hierarchy. Its chief aim at present is to bring into objectively the higher manifestation of love, synthesis. This hierarchy is recruited from the world of men and is composed of masters, adepts, and initiates, who are in turn aided by their disciples and those aspirants accepted on the probationary path. Into these last two classifications fall the members of most mystical and occult organizations and brotherhoods throughout the world. But if the love force, the force of attraction, were the only major influence at this time, complete synthesis would have long since become an accomplished fact, and the valuable lessons of gradual growth and development along the way would be lost to humanity. There is of course a contracting influence, a separating force, the law of cleavage. It too has its high priest, its adepts and disciple, but they are without love. They work on the mental plane, the plane of distinction and separation. During the age we are just leaving, they have been outstandingly successful because of the forces which have been poured into the planet to foster the mental growth of humanity. These workers without love have been called the dark forces, the Black Lodge, and other titles suited to the emotionally focused consciousness of the bulk of humanity in the Piscean age. In the enlightenment of this new age of Aquarius, it is more fitting that we view these workers without fear and in their true light. Let us see them as they are, men and women like ourselves for the most part, but far wiser than most of us in their application of the mental forces and instruments which we all possess. Their appeal is to logic rather than to intuition, to the lower or material rather than to the higher, more spiritual emotions. Their power lies chiefly in their capacity for original thought, which most people lack, and they are motivated by personal ambition which must be satisfied regardless of the cost to others. They are more to be pitied than feared. Material power is their goal, domination of the material plane and all kingdoms in it. These are the lords of the material world. They and their disciples are strong, but they are not strong enough. They cannot reach or lay hold of anyone unless he first hold out his hand to them. And before the fiery strength of a loving heart, all their power dwindles. Let us then focus our consciousness in the heart and guarding ourselves against every sign of weakness, physical, emotional, or mental. Face these materialists unafraid, secure and confident in the knowledge that the path we follow leads always upward. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.